Good evening and welcome to your Tuesday, August 13, 2024 edition of the Evening News. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for joining us. Let's take a look at some of the lead stories tonight. Local businesses eye investment opportunities at BRITCHAM Guyana's launch in London. Final touches being done on long-overdue Cemetery Road project. Design for 75.8 million Good Success-To-TIMEHRI Road to be submitted by August 20. Number portability to be launched this year as testing in final stages. UG's new institute aims to create jobs in marine biology, port management, and Lyon Technical Institute to introduce course on solar installation. Now for the news in detail. Some 40 Guyanese businesses are slated to attend the official launch of the British Chamber of Commerce Guyana, BRITCHAM Guyana, in central London on September 11. In our lead story tonight, Trishelle Sobers reports that these companies are hoping that their attendance will allow them to tap into untouched areas in the United Kingdom market, especially as it relates to information and communications technology and agriculture.
Among the local companies attending the British Chamber of Commerce Guyana Central London launch on September 11 are the Guyana Telephone and Telegraph Company GTT, Gaffors, Farfan Mendes, Nextech, Caribbean Travel Specialists, and Giftland Group. BRITCHAM already has a presence in Guyana following its launch here in 2023. But the new office in London promises to foster an open, networking environment wherein companies can engage and discuss issues impacting their businesses and UK-Guyana trade. During a brief press conference on Tuesday, Chief Investment Officer and Head of the Guyana Office of Investment Dr. Peter Ramsarup highlighted that BRITCHAM Guyana would provide its members with increased access to and knowledge of each market, investment opportunities, expert and technical skills, advisory services, a wide range of industry policy, regulatory insights across sectors, and competitive pricing. This, he believes, has the potential to further deepen bilateral trade and investment between the United Kingdom and Guyana.
What Her Excellency said is knowledge in the ICT sector. We believe with artificial intelligence coming in place, Guyana could be a data center hub. Data center hubs needs high power. We're going to have gas to be able to do high power. We're looking to move rapidly into the manufacturing sector as the gas comes to shore and energy cost goes down. Which best country to be speaking to? Countries like England and Great Britain as a whole. What we hope that this event will bring is how do we partner. And I want to stress very, very strongly, and that's why we are ensuring that our local businesses get a chance to go up and be there and be ready to partner with a British company to exercise their investment opportunities in Guyana.
BRITCHAM Guyana is an independent non-profit chamber that works closely with the British High Commission in Georgetown and the government departments in the UK to support advocacy work in both countries. As a result, attendees can also expect thought-provoking discussions, networking opportunities, and first-hand insights into the economic landscape of Guyana and its potential for British businesses. Topics of discussion would include opportunities in energy, infrastructure, agriculture, tourism, and other key industries that are driving Guyana's economic development. British High Commissioner to Guyana Jane Miller said companies in the United Kingdom have already signaled interest in exploring Guyana's market, with few disclosing plans to bring technological innovations here.
The UK is one of the great innovation hubs in the world, whether you're looking at all kinds of technology from IT to science and research. So the UK and Guyana we see as being a great opportunity, particularly this event, to see how we can grow and promote the Guyana market in the UK. So why BRITCHAM? Well, BRITCHAM we see as being already a great opportunity for networking. It enables businesses to get to know one another, see business opportunities between one another, but also helps one another in terms of navigating the business environment.
Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
Another deadline has passed and the 475 million Cemetery Road project remains incomplete. Michael Henry inspected the project site today, where contractors were doing what they claimed are the final touches to the long-overdue road project. Here are the details.
On Tuesday, works continued on the $475 million Cemetery Road project, which is over a year behind schedule. A final deadline of midnight on Monday was given to the contractors, but as of Tuesday, works were still outstanding. While the major works were completed, like the paving of the lanes, other aspects of the project were still ongoing. For instance, at the Princess Street and Cemetery Road intersection, major works were still ongoing on the bridge. The Evening News also understands that the curing of the road is still needed as construction workers were still in the process of pouring the concrete. Due to this ongoing work, drivers were forced to use one side of the road when reaching close to Princess Street. When this curing is completed, the Princess Street and Cemetery Road intersection still needs to be swept and pavement markings need to be placed. Close to the intersection was also a pedestrian walking area connected to the road where final works were also being done. Higher up the Cemetery Road were other pedestrian walkways that were also now being built, and workers were moving swift to finish the completion. However, throughout the entire stretch of the road, pavement markings were not seen as yet, and various drivers were seen partially driving in and out of their designated sections. The Cemetery Road project was awarded to Avinash Construction and Metal Works Company in 2022 and was initially expected to be completed in July 2023. Some 2 weeks ago, the Ministry of Public Works brought on subcontractors to help the main contractor execute the works in a timely fashion, and it was hoped that the project would have already been completed. It was reported that while the subcontractors completed their section of the works on time, the main contractor continued to fail to meet their timelines. The government had said that the main contractor would be responsible for paying the subcontractors. The government had also disclosed that it was pursuing liquidated damages against the main contractor over the significantly delayed project. Michelle Henry, The Evening News.
The design for the 75.8 million Good Success-to-Timehri Road project is expected to be submitted by August 20. Find out more in this Trishul Sobers report.
Works on the east bank of Demerara Road Improvement Project, spanning from Good Success to Timehri, were slated to commence on August 1, but the Evening News understands that the contractor has only completed the design for 7 kilometers of road. The contract was awarded to China Road and Bridge Corporation to the tune of US $75.8 million. The project spans 24 kilometers. As a result, the company has lost approximately 13 days of labor thus far. To prevent further delay, the government has tasked the contractor to complete the design in 1 week's time. In a recent interview with the Evening News, Public Works Minister Juan Edgel had disclosed that the design plan will be submitted by the stipulated deadline.
I was disappointed when the designs, remember this is a design-build project. It's not the government designing, it's the contractor who's designing. The consultant have to approve the design. As of yesterday, the first 7 kilometers of designs, which should have been completed by the end of July, was not completed. And that is why I met with the team, because a couple of days delay lead to difficulties. So they understand that they have to get this design completed.
The East Bank Demerara Road Improvement Project is aimed at supporting climate change resilience infrastructure development and marks the first of its kind to be funded by the Inter-American Development Bank IDB in Guyana. When completed, it will alleviate traffic congestion and facilitate vital routes for efficient transportation. Given its significance, Edgel has assured that the delayed design will not affect the stipulated 36-month deadline.
We are not accepting anything less. That is an important road, and I can assure the people of Guyana, we're not going to allow that project to falter. It's too important. One, it's the main road to our airport. Number 2, it's the main artery that is available right now to bring into all of the coastline, the loom, the sand, and the stone that is required, because stone is coming from as far as 58 miles Mabura. The loom pits are at Silver Hill and elsewhere. The sand is on the highway. Every day, a minimum of, I think, is about 2,000 trucks traverse that road.
According to the Ministry of Public Works, the project has been divided into 3 sections to ensure it remains on schedule with minimal disruption to commuters. Section A covers the stretch from Good Success, beginning at the Ganga Temple, to Supply, while Section B extends from Supply to the Suicide Junction. Section C continues from the Suicide Junction to the Timeihri Junction, near the Timeihri Police Station. A notable feature of the project is the integration with the Suicide-Linden Highway through the construction of a roundabout designed to facilitate smoother traffic transitions. The roadway will also be upgraded into a two-lane highway, complete with enhanced security features such as sidewalks and cycle lanes to cater to vulnerable road users, including pedestrians and cyclists. Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
With the long-awaited number portability currently in the final live testing phases among the various service providers, the Public Utilities Commission is assuring that this feature will be launched during the course of the year. Jarrell Bryan reports.
Number portability, the practice of switching one's mobile network without changing their cell phone numbers, has been in the works since last year. The Public Utilities Commission has the statutory responsibility of overseeing its implementation. In its latest update on the subject, the PUC revealed that significant strides were made throughout last year towards implementing number portability. It was explained that service providers are in the final stages of conducting live testing, following which number porting will be launched this year. Currently, the main phone service providers in Guyana are GTT, Digicel, and eNet. There are 772,985 subscribers to both GTT and Digicel combined as of 2023. PUC had no figures from eNet. It was explained that Dutch company Porting XS has been conducting training with the PUC and the service providers on number porting. Further, the Commission conducted multiple visits to each service provider during the tests, which have had both successful and unsuccessful scenarios. The PUP liberalized the telecommunications sector soon after taking office, with the commencement orders issued on October 5, 2020. Jarrell Bryan, The Evening News.
Coming up, woman killed in two-vehicle collision at Experiment and CGX to complete Burby Sport Trestle by month-end. Do stay with us. More news ahead.
Guys, I think I'm in love! Wow!
Yeah, I was looking at you too.
What? What are you talking about? I'm in the tiles. Where did you get them?
Oh, Mima Decor, obviously the best tile store in Guyana. Come, let me take you there.
My kitchen, my bathroom, my floors. Mima Decor has everything. And the prices are great too.
So, girl, want to have a date now?
We can build on that.
Did you know that Gassie's Jet A1 fuel is a type of aviation fuel specially formulated for turbine engines? Jet A1 fuel is safer to handle and transport than any other fuel types due to its high flash point and low volatility. It also boasts a high energy content, enhancing aircraft performance and efficiency. So whether traveling for business or pleasure, choose GUYANA'S Jet A1 fuel for a safe, reliable, and efficient flight.
Exciting news! The capping stack has arrived in Guyana. In the unlikely event of an oil spill, this vital equipment is placed over a blown-out well to stop or redirect the flow of hydrocarbons, ensuring a rapid and effective response. With the capping stack now in hand, Guyana stands out as one of just 2 oil-producing nations in the region with such a crucial safety measure readily available. This marks another significant step towards ensuring that Guyana produces oil and gas safely and sustainably.
back. You're watching the evening news. A woman who was riding an electric motorcycle was this morning killed in an accident at Experiment, West Coast, Berbice. Sharon Monroe died whilst receiving treatment at the Fort Wellington Hospital, where she was taken in an unconscious condition following the crash. Police said the accident involved motorcar PAE 6334, which was being driven by Shamal Sahadio. According to the police report, the motorcar was proceeding along the roadway behind the electric cyclist when it crashed into the rear of the motorbike. As a result, the car driver lost control of the vehicle and further collided with a lamppost on the side of the road, while the woman fell off the bike and onto the road surface. She was immediately rushed to the hospital by public-spirited citizens, where she was being treated but succumbed to her injuries within 90 minutes. The driver of the motorcar, along with an occupant who was in the vehicle, were also taken to the hospital for treatment. We now tell you that work continues on the Berbice Deepwater Port being built by Canadian oil company CGX Limited, who revealed in a recent update that an important component of the project, the trestle, should be completed this very month. Gerald Bryan reports.
Canadian oil company CGX Limited recently provided an update on the Berbice Deepwater Port being built in Region 6. For instance, in the update, CGX revealed that security features in the port, such as a security fence and surveillance cameras, had been completed in June. Further, CGX also announced that the extension of the trestle, as well as piles, would be completed by the end of August. Work on the trestle had started in early July. Once the project is completed, these components would help in the mooring of vessels. Local company Geico Construction was contracted to work on the access trestle and wharf as well as dredge the Berbice River. CGX had previously announced that they were aiming to commence cargo terminal services last year and begin operating the oil and gas support base in May 2024. However, it was announced in May 2024 that the project startup would be pushed back to the second half of this year. In addition to its support to the oil and gas sector, the port is expected to also provide critical assistance to the rice, sugar, and agro-processing sector. Gerald Bryan, The Evening News.
The University of Guyana is aiming to educate hundreds of individuals in the areas of marine biology, law, engineering, port security, and port management, among others, over the next 4 years through its new Institute for Marine and Riverine Ecologies and Economics. Kelroy Williams tells us more.
The University of Guyana on Monday at its Berbice campus launched its new Institute for Marine and Riverine Ecologies and Economies. Delivering remarks at the opening ceremony was Vice-Chancellor Professor Paloma Mohamed Martin, who explained that Guyana will need approximately 2,000 workers in the marine and maritime sector in the near future.
Depending on who you read, I'm going to give you some more numbers. Depending on who you read, the labor survey in the country, if you read Hussein, if you read DAI, if you read people in Guyana, you will see numbers varying from 2,000 to 6,000 in the area of the needs for labor in the area of the marine and maritime sector.
On this point, she affirmed the university's commitment towards bridging this labor gap through the newly established institute.
So, over the next 4 years, we expect to be able to turn out between 500 people in marine biology, law, engineering, port security and port management, biotech, aqua biotech, and other areas that are required.
Speaking at the launching event were Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Bharat and Minister of Public Works Guan Ejil, who underscored the importance of the marine sector.
I particularly like the blend that you have attached to it. It's not only about conservation and preservation, but it's also about the economics, the business opportunities, what benefits can be derived through the marine economy and working in that space.
The ocean is the largest carbon sink, absorbing greenhouse gases and significantly mitigating the impact of climate change. Blue carbon, such as mangroves, tidal marshes, seagrass, meadows, they sequester and store more carbon per unit area than terrestrial forests.
The new institute will offer a wide range of programs to citizens. Undergraduate programs include a Bachelor of Science in Marine Biology, Diploma in International Shipping and Logistics, Bachelor of Science in Port Management, Bachelor of Science in Marine Biotechnology. Other programs under consideration are Bachelor of Science in Marine Transportation, Bachelor of Science in Marine Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Coastal, Riverine and Ocean Management, Bachelor of Science in Port Security, among others. Kelroy Williams, The Evening News.
As more persons are becoming climate conscious and switching to solar-powered devices, the Lyon Technical Institute is gearing up to launch a program on solar installation. Here is Kelroy Williams again with the details.
The Lyon Technical Institute, situated at Mackenzie Linden Region 10, Upper Demerara, Upper Berbice, currently has over 500 students enrolled, learning a wide range of technical skills. Recognizing the current development trajectory of the country, the Institute will soon be introducing new courses in alignment with modern trends. This is according to the school's principal, Hector Anthony, during a telephone interview with the Evening News.
We're doing more high-level programs. We're doing both we call the CVQ programs. This is the carbon vocational qualification program. We're also doing the GT programs at different levels. Yeah, new programs we're looking to implement will include we call this thing solar installation, electric refrigeration, to name a few.
Anthony explains that the implementation of these new programs over the years has significantly improved the Institute's teaching capabilities.
If you look back from 2010 to now, we actually double the programs.
Double programs.
In a summary, we are in approximately about 22 areas, programs.
The Institute attracts students from far-flung communities who would often need accommodation. As such, several years ago, construction commenced on a dormitory near the facility. It is hoped that the dorm can be utilized from next year.
As it relates to the dormitory, I would say it's completed, it's just for handover. Well, full preparation because you got to furnish it, right? You got to furnish it with both the furniture, the items and so, plus with staff. But the more or less may come on board in the new year.
Construction of the complex, a multi-million-dollar capital project under the Ministry of Education, had commenced in September 2018. The contract was awarded to Construct Engineering. Currently, major construction works are completed while minor works such as electricity and plumbing are currently being executed. The complex will consist of 4 dormitories, a study hall, and an administrative building. When completed, the dormitory will cater to 150 students. Kelroy Williams, The Evening News.
Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa has lashed back at the parliamentary opposition over politicizing the matter of agriculture. As we hear in this Michael Henry report, the Agriculture Minister has made it clear that the government's investments in the sector result in benefits for every single citizen.
Only yesterday I was in Parliament defending some money for the sectors, various sectors, GRDB, Gaisuko, GLDA, MMA, NARI. And you must look back at the footage. You all go back and look at the footage and see the question what the opposition asked me. Ramjatan was cussing out we because we helping the rice farmers.
That was Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa during a recent community meeting wherein he criticized the parliamentary opposition for politicizing the agriculture sector. Mustafa contended that government's assistance for the rice sector over the years results in benefits for everyone.
Last year, the rice farmers was getting $3,300, $3,200 a bag for the paddy. They came and they met with us. They said that the price too low. We call in the millers and tell the millers that you can't give the farmers less than $4,000 a bag. You know what the millers say? That you, Mr. President, you have to take out the commission that you're charging us and we will give them $4,000. Firstly, we reduce it from $8 to $6 per bag. Every bag of paddy they export or rice, we just charge them $8 commission. So they came to us, you had problem with supply, you had export increase in terms of cost, we reduce it by 25%. That's the first time we did that. Then when the rice farmers came to us, we took out the commission completely. Because of that, GRDB lost $839 million. Yesterday, for the first time, the government had to give subvention, give back that money.
On revealing this poignant point, he stated that the government views agriculture as beneficial to the country.
They feel that rice farmers and sugar workers are support we, and we must not give them anything. That's the main thing. That is the problem with them. They make this issue political. For me, agriculture is not political. If you're on PNC or on AFC or on PVP and you plant, the country benefit. The country benefit. And we not see agriculture as a that is why the president is very passionate. I just had a tour with the UN president and show him what we're doing in the agriculture sector. He was so impressed. Because there are many countries he went to, he have not seen the intention or the investment.
This year, the agriculture budget is $97.6 billion. Michelle Henry, The Evening News.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Wednesday, August 14, 2024 at 23 hours 30 for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Burbisford Bridge is scheduled to be closed to vehicular traffic at 11 hours 10 on Wednesday, August 14, 2024, also for 1.5 hours.
Let's now take a look at the local stock exchange market compliments of GASI.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
Over 205,000 school-aged children benefit from a $45,000 Because We Care cash grant and uniform voucher. This initiative helps parents ensure their children have the tools needed for education. Oil and gas revenue makes up 29% of the 2024 budget.
I can't wait until tomorrow.
Yes. I ain't start packing yet. Usually I pack a couple hours before and I go. Drive. I got my phone, I got my keys, my charger, my
Procrastinating planning for the future? Well, that's never a good idea. Let Demerara Mutual and Demerara Fire and General help you get started with planning for your future today. I'm with Dem.